What's up? What's up? What's up, man? It's your big homie, Big Bad A, and this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in and tuning in, man. Let me put this little intro song on and let's get to it, man. One boy, they be doing them things.
I'll look it up sometime. Let's see. Or
All right, let's go. Intro time. Let's go.
Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the ranks and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the ranks and stop the fights and stop the murder.
We share this
in
thing.
the world, we gotta change the world. Some don't know the it provides a pleasant rush, but who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he say and think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite. Let's just unite. Let's stop the ranks and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change 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 the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the ranks and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we ain't gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be a fucking bad. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going, so get on your search for knowledge, cause that's power and knowing. Put your freedom cover to cover, and as you get the information, pass it to your brother. Spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. It's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta balance it out. And if we all found that, we change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the ranks and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the ranks and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
What's good, y'all? What's good? It's your big homie, Big Bad A, man. And this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. I appreciate everybody for tapping in and tuning in, man. I hope everybody's doing all right out there tonight, man. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. We got something very serious to talk about, man. We got something extremely serious to talk about, man. We got a martial law type situation going on, man. And hey, I know a lot of people don't be caring. You know, I know a lot of people don't be caring about shit and reality and stuff like that, but I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of people like me, the people who have been peeping game and, you know, trying to understand the world we're living in and shit like that, a lot of people like me have been seeing and saying this is coming. We've been saying this is coming for a long time, bro. A lot of people knew that this was going to happen. It's just a lot of people are not, you know, don't care. Now, first and foremost, let me say this. The people of society, us, citizens of America, have allowed it to get this bad. and it's almost like it's our fault now. Let me say this. How many of y'all know people in your neighborhood who walk around with illegal guns? How many of y'all know people in your neighborhood who commit crimes? How many of y'all have grown up with people who have done crime and got away with it and nobody said nothing? And first and foremost, I'm not telling nobody to snitch or go out and tell on people who are committing crimes and shit. But I will say this. It's our job to keep our communities clean. It's our job as Americans, as a people, it's our job to keep our communities clean. Police are not going to keep your community clean. Police coming in to lock people up, man. You know, police are coming into your channel. I mean, police are coming into your area to lock people up. They're not coming to protect and serve, even though that's what they're supposed to be doing. Police protect and serve the money of your town. Police job is to protect and serve the institutions of your town. There's not their job to protect and serve you as a people. This is why our Constitution gave us the right to bear arms and shit like that. The reason why we have the right to bear arms and the right to defend ourselves and protect ourselves is because our government knows that they're not able to be everywhere to save you at all points in times. They know this. They know for a fact that they can't protect everybody in America. They know this. So what they did is set up a clause in the Constitution to where you have the rights and the ability to protect yourself. You know what I mean? So, like I said, in these inner cities, in these inner city towns and neighborhoods and shit like that, a lot of y'all know a lot of things that are going on, and you didn't try to do anything to stop it. A lot of parents know that their children are out here shooting people, but they don't try to stop their children. A lot of y'all know your son is out here murdering people. You know it for a fact. You know your son is out here shooting people, harming people, murdering people, but you don't do nothing about it. How could you, as a parent, how could you claim to be a parent and how could you claim you love your child if you can't even protect your child from going out and harming other people? How could you claim you love your child if you can't even stop your child from fucking being a menace to society? And I'm going to say this too, because a lot of parents don't understand this. If you're raising your children in a war zone, aka an inner city neighborhood, if you're raising your child in one of these inner city war zones, you can't be mad at your child for becoming a warrior or a soldier. Let me say that again. When you're raising your children in these inner city war zones, you can't be mad at your child for becoming a fucking criminal or becoming a warrior to protect themselves from the society that you put them in, from that war zone you put them in. So if you're raising your child up, well, also the Second Amendment is to protect you from foreign and domestic threats. It's not just about the government. Shamelessly V. The Second Amendment is not all about us stopping the government. That ain't what it's all about. It's about you protecting yourself and it's about you protecting yourself from foreign and domestic threats. Foreign and domestic. You have the right to protect yourself no matter what. If somebody's trying to harm you or hurt you or hurt you or hurt your property, you have the right to protect yourself. And yes, we do also, there is also a clause in our Constitution that says if the government becomes tyrannical, we could get a group of, I think it's 25,000. I forget how many people, but I think it's like a group of like 25,000 people. And then you have to start your own government to replace the other government. So you have to get a large body of people and prove that the government that you're under is tyrannical, then you get to replace them with a new form of government. So the Second Amendment it's not all about us protecting ourselves from the government. That's about us protecting ourselves from each other. You know. I know what you're talking about, Seamus Levy, but those motherfuckers ain't never protected us from nothing. The government ain't never protected my people from nothing. So I don't even never that Constitution said my black people were 3/5 of a man. So I don't even that law-abiding contract that they created doesn't even stand for certain people. You know what I'm saying? That law-abiding contract that they put in the Constitution, it doesn't stand for the citizens at all. It doesn't. They, especially black people. Black people are considered 3/5 of a man under the Constitution. So you know what I'm saying. So they could take a lot of that stuff and shove it where the sun don't shine, because a lot of that stuff is systematic racism in general. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Woody. Thank you, David Woody. I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Now, I wanted to talk about this Donald Trump shit, because this man, and I'm going to say this, I'm not against Donald Trump. I'm not against the president of the country that I live in. I'm not against the president of the country. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in, man. Look, I'm drinking that black cherry juice, man. I'm talking about the real black cherry. Look, hold on. Let me show you how. Yeah, you see how thick that is? Black cherry juice, man. But thank you for always supporting, bro. I really appreciate that, my bro. Now, I wanted to talk about this Donald Trump shit, though, for real, because, like I said, it was us as the parents, as the participants, as the young people, as citizens of this country. It's our fault that they're bringing in the militia to come clean it up. It's our fault because, like I said, you didn't stop your son from going out there with that pistol. You didn't stop your son from going and killing somebody. You didn't turn your son in when he came in after he killed somebody and came in your house crying and breathing and huffing and puffing and scared because he didn't know what he just did. You didn't turn him in. You harbored him. You kept them in the house. You kept them a safe place. Told them don't go nowhere. Don't go outside. Stay in the house. We're gonna figure this out. Knowing good and well, your son just killed somebody. Let alone knowing who he killed. Let alone, because you know the neighborhood talks, so everybody gonna be like, hey man, somebody killed David. Somebody killed Blue Block. Somebody killed OG. Somebody killed him, bro. I don't know what happened. Now the whole neighborhood is trying to figure out who did it. And you know your son just came in the house right after it happened, screaming and crying in the room. You came in his room and he was crying in the dark with the pistol next to him. You're like, what the fuck happened, man? Oh, nothing, mama, nothing. He tried to hide the pistol when you came in the room and try to wipe his tears. No, you can't hide and wipe them tears now, my nigga. You just caught a body. And see, if it was justified, you would have been staying on the scene and waiting for the police to come, and because you just justifiably defended yourself. If it was justified, you wouldn't be running back home. If it was justified, you wouldn't be hiding in your mama's house. If it was justified, you wouldn't be running to your baby mama's house, running to your girlfriend's house and hiding like a bitch. If it was justified. If you murder somebody in justice or have to kill somebody in justice, then you're supposed to sit there, call the police, tell them what happened, and wait, because you know what you did was the right thing just to keep yourself alive. See, but most of these young niggas out here, they're not on defense. They're not on self-protection. They're on the offense. Most of the young niggas out here is on the offense. They go out with the intent to kill. They go out with the gun ready to kill. They go out with the ski mask on so nobody can't see their face. They go out and steal a car so the crime can't be tracked back to the person whose car it is. So they already have a premeditated mindset that they're going to kill something. Most young people, when they're going to commit crimes, it's premeditated. So y'all know for a fact, y'all know the young niggas in the hood who's shooting shit up. Y'all know these young niggas in the hood who are always out with the gun on them, always robbing, always killing. You know who they are. And I'm not telling you to snitch on them. That's not what I'm telling you. Because sometimes it's best to mind your business, but then sometimes it is good. Think about if your son got murdered. Think about if your son got murdered. Would you want the person to come forward? Think about if your son got murdered. Would you want the person who was guilty to be held accountable for it? See, we become a society of people who are so, what do you call that shit? So lawless and so evil that we learn to turn the other cheek to crimes. We've learned to ignore when people are committing crimes. When we're supposed to say, hey man, what the hell y'all back there doing? Because when I was young, it was always an older person saying, hey man, what the hell y'all back there doing? And everybody take off running. Because we was wrong and we knew we were wrong. So when somebody who was righteous called us out, we had to fucking take off and scatter like roaches. Like roaches. You know when you turn the light on and the roaches scatter? But see, Shamelessly V, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Shamelessly V. That's the mentality of America right now. In Chicago, see, Donald Trump, not only did they, first off, they got rid of, and they're actively getting rid of as many illegal Hispanics as they can. Well, not just Hispanics, illegal immigrants. They're actively getting rid of as many of them as they can, right? We know this. But now that they're done, almost probably done, getting rid of all the illegals that weren't here before, I mean, that don't belong here before, now that they got them out the way, everybody like me kept telling y'all, they're going to come for Americans next. Now, first and foremost, criminals, fuck criminals. I don't care about criminals. Criminals belong in jail, and some criminals belong in hell. So I'm not here taking up for American criminals. That's not what I'm doing. So like I said, I'm not against what Donald Trump doing, because Donald Trump, at least he has the balls. Donald Trump at least has the balls to go out, step up and say, hey man, this shit's getting out of hand. We got to clean these streets. So we saw that over the last 3 weeks, and maybe you ain't paying attention, but some of us are paying attention, and we saw him putting the martial law in Washington, D.C. And anybody who doesn't know what martial law is when the military gets brought into a city of America as the police force. And that's exactly what he did. He brought in the National Guard, aka a branch of the military. They brought in a branch of the military to come clean up the streets of Washington, D.C., to get rid of the crime, to reduce the drugs, the gangs, reduce the guns, all of it, right? So he's doing just that. But let me tell you what that eye for an eye shit happened. See, in Chicago, that eye for an eye is the reason why there's a war going on in Chicago, Shamelessly V. Look, there's been a war in Chicago for the last 20 years. And the reason why the war don't stop and it keeps going is because, just like you said, Shamelessly V, there's thousands of people who feel the same way. And I'm not against what you're saying, but listen to what I'm saying. There's thousands of people who believe in eye for an eye. There's thousands of Americans who say, shit, you took my nigga from me. You took my homeboy from me. You took my brother from me. You took my son from me, my blood from me. So now I'm coming to take somebody from you. I'm coming to take you from your family. And this is the cycle that we have in all these states and these cities in America, like Chicago. This is the war that's going on. It's an eye for an eye war going on. And this war has been going on for the last 20 years, more than 20 years. So we had it started where one person killed somebody, and then now it's these people killing these people because these people killed his homie. Now you getting retaliation for your homie. Now you getting retaliation for your brother, and he's getting get back for his brother, and he's sliding for his brother, and he's sliding for his son. He's sliding for his cousin. She's sliding for her homie. She's sliding for a boyfriend. He's sliding for a baby, and now it's just a motherfucking war going on. Now we're in full scale war. That's why they call Chirac. I mean, they call Chicago Chirac. And I lived in Chicago for 9 years in the early 90s when it was the murder capital of America. We were living there when it was the murder capital of America. And then after Chicago, when we left there, it went to New Orleans. That was the murder capital. And then it started moving all around. And I'm not proud that I was living in a fucking war zone. That wasn't my choice. That was my parents' fault. So it's an eye for an eye war that's been going on. Everybody who's lost somebody vows for revenge for the person that they lost. So there's a never ending battle that keeps going on. And I'm going to tell you, yes, there was intentional depop tactics going on. Shamelessly, the depopulation thing, what happens in Chicago is they let people do it. They let people get away with it. A place like Chicago, you'll get booked for the murder or get booked for the shooting. And if you stay solid and don't talk and don't say nothing, you'll do like 3-4 years in jail and get back out. Because if the system don't have substantial evidence to prove on you, then if you stand solid, then you'll get out eventually. So places like Chicago have a big population of people who commit murders, go in jail for a year or two, or don't get caught at all. But usually they'll go in jail for a year or two, stay solid, won't say shit, and they let them back out. And I'm going to tell you what's really dangerous about that. And it is depopulation tactics. But I'm going to tell you what's really dangerous about that. When you let out a known murderer, when you let them out, knowing whether you're doing it intentionally or non-intentionally, everybody knows, especially the police know that retaliations are possible to happen. Everybody knows this. So if the system itself is set up to where it's letting murderers back into the streets, then the system itself is knowing that this is going to cause more chaos in the streets. Like, they got to know this, regardless if they're intentionally doing it or not. They got to know that. So if I understand it, I know that the jurisdiction, the judicial system understands it. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this, man. Nobody wins with eye for an eye. You got to get revenge sometimes. So there's times for it. We know this. It's times for it. Because if somebody violates too hard or violates my children or anything like that, boy, they're going to pay. They're going to pay. I'm not going to pray to God to get them. I'm not going to pray for the devil to get them. I'm going to get them. I'm going to rectify that situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's in every big city, Shameless TV. It's in every big city. All the big cities is terrible. All the big cities are terrible right now, man. All of them are terrible. Even the little towns are getting bad. These little young punks are out here shooting and killing each other with no problem. They out here spraying each other up with no problem, bro. No problem. Look, he said, I'm a proud Louisville, Louisville and Louisiana. What the hell is a Louisiana? I ain't never heard of Louisville. Louisiana. I heard of Louisville. But it's crazy here. Too many kids with no family values, fatherless. Or do you mean fatherless teachers with poles? Exactly, bro. It's pathetic, man. Home invasions every day. Yeah, it's pathetic, man. The reason why the home invasions are so rampant is because they have you in a sardine type of environment. See, if you're in a place where, like, apartment complex, just say for apartment, or say for instance apartments or houses, anything. Houses or apartments face each other. Houses, neighborhoods, and apartment buildings, they usually face each other. And then they're in apartment buildings, there's like a courtyard in the middle, and then all the apartments, you can see to the courtyard. If you go to work every day at 6 p.m., you don't think somebody gonna recognize that shit, my nigga? You don't think motherfuckers is paying attention, bro? See, in apartment complexes, you got nosy people, you got Karens, you got evil people, you got perverts, you got weirdos, you got stalkers, and then you got people who just admire you and think you cool. So everybody's paying attention on different levels at all points and times. Your next door neighbor might be listening to you through the wall. Your neighbor across the street, directly across the street, they might just be watching you and clocking you every day. They're like, oh, so and so's getting up and getting ready for work. It's time to get up. Mr. So and so's he's pulled off to go to work. It's time for us to do this. I done seen people say, oh, so and so's pulling up. It must be so and so o'clock. Mr. So and so next door is pulling up. It must be 6 o'clock. Like, I done seen people say this shit. So if people, it's very easy in these inner city neighborhood environments, in these apartment like environments, it's very easy for people to be able to clock you and study you and watch you. It's very easy. And the sad part about it, y'all hit that like button as well too. But the sad part about it, man, hit that like button. The sad part about it, shit is, man, we've been led down this path that we're at, right? And now it's to the point where these people can come in and swoop in and basically get anybody and just, like, let me explain to you something. Back in the days, and when I was coming up, when George Bush came in, because we all know George Bush seized a bunch of cocaine from one of the major politicians back in the day. I forget which one. George Bush seized a bunch of cocaine, or George Sr. I think it was George Sr., George Bush Sr. They had a bunch of cocaine. Or Reagan. It was Ronald Reagan. It was Ronald Reagan. They seized all that cocaine from Noriega in the 80s. They had all that cocaine from Manuel Noriega, and they didn't know what to do with it, right? So Ronald Reagan said, war on drugs, but there was no war on drugs. Our government flooded our streets with dope and allowed certain niggas like Freeway Ricky Ross to sell hundreds of millions of dollars of cocaine and report strictly straight to the government. So we were buying, not me, but American citizens were buying straight drop dope from the government itself. And the proceeds were going to shit like building Miami, Florida. Do y'all know Miami was built off of drug money back in the 80s? Freeway Ricky Ross and all them boys and them booby boys and all them motherfuckers was selling all that dope back in the 80s. They helped fund the whole Florida to be built up the way it is. They helped do that shit. You said is Jesus good? Why would Jesus be bad? Why would Jesus be bad? That's a dumb question. The concept of Jesus is good. How could that be bad? What are you talking about? Stop trying to troll me. But yeah, they do put the fin in there now. Yeah, Contra way, and they had all the guns and shit. Man, why do you think in the 80s they were showing everything was military and weapons and war? War and weapons and military and weapons and this and that. Why do you all think that was? Why do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger was throwing grenades out his ass in the 1990s? They had MacGyver TV shows where he was making bombs and shit out of coconut shells and toothpicks. Why do you think everything was pro-war and straight warfare back in the 80s and 90s? Why? Because that's what was going on, my nigga. So they had to make us comfortable with that shit because that's what was going on. In our country in the 80s and the 90s, it wasn't nothing but drugs and warfare going on. And a lot of people are not aware of the conditioning that they're being put in. See, when you're somebody like me who collects stuff, right? And I'm not even going to just too much divulge everything no more because in the near future, it's going to be illegal to have a lot of stuff. It's going to be illegal in the near future to have a lot of stuff. They're going to be call it greed tax, excess tax. You're going to have to pay taxes for excess. You're going to have to pay taxes for greed. Like coming up very soon in the future, we're headed towards some very strict times. And I'm going to tell you why the times are going to be strict. Let me just cut to the chase. The reason why they're cleaning the streets off right now is they're getting rid of all the opposition and problems and threats right now. Our government is getting rid of all threats and oppositions. Since the last 4 to 6 years, our government has been cleaning the streets. And I'm not mad at it at all. But listen to me very carefully. Our government has been cleaning the streets for the last 6 years. Do y'all remember all the gangs that have been getting locked up systematically? 90 Bloods in New York, 60 Crips in New York, 60 Bloods over here, all the Bloods and Crips on No Jumper, all the Crips over here, all the Bloods over here. Do y'all not know? Do you not know under the Patriot Act, which was signed by Donald Trump in 2016, that under the Patriot Act, if you're a gang openly marking and labeling yourself as a gang, you're labeled as a terrorist in America? Do y'all know? And y'all dumbass parents been letting your dumbass punk ass sons claim to be gangs. And his young punk ass is not even tough. That's why he had to join the gang in the first place, because he's not tough. So he needs a group of men to help back him up because he can't hold it down on his own. You know what I mean? All of this shit is a trap to where you won't be an independent, individualized, good addition to society. Because the herd, let me tell you something bad about the herd mentality. The herd mentality is good in some aspects. Say we're all watching something and we're, supporting somebody and, shit like that. That's good. But I'm going to tell you where the herd is bad. Say if one person in the herd agrees that, hey, let's get him. Then the rest of the herd's going to say, okay, let's get him. Now you got an angry mob on your ass. And I'm going to tell you, when we don't have the ability to think for ourselves as an individual, as a person, when you lose your ability to think for yourself and you give that power up, you basically, bro, you're basically like, you're giving up your right to be alive damn near. If you're not thinking for yourself in these times, or have the ability to think for yourself in these times, to think critically, to think outside the box, you're not going to understand what's going on, man. Stuff is happening so fast nowadays. Like I just seen on the news, they talking about they're going to bring the military in 19 states in America. 19. So for all you people who thought you were voting and you did doing this and doing that, your vote ain't gonna stop what's gonna happen. Because what's happening right now has been in motion for the last 25 to 30, for the last 50 years. It's just accelerating in our lifetime. It's accelerating in the last 10 years. And if you're paying attention to the world you're living in, everything is accelerating. Time is speeding up. Money doesn't mean nothing no more. The value of the dollar is decreasing. Everything's speeding up. You know, everybody's still running at the same pace. Yes, what we allow will continue. It's about y'all's attention. Y'all watch the fucking football game every Sunday, so they're going to keep putting it on for you. Y'all watch the pointless TV shows that they give to you, so they're going to keep putting that shit on. When you stop watching it, what do they do to a show? When show ratings go down, what happens to the show? It gets canceled. When your ratings go down, your show gets canceled. You see what I'm saying? So what you pay attention to gives permission for it to keep on doing what it's doing. But also too, you can't be blind and avoid reality. See, this is where a lot of people miss out, and this is where Big Bad is so important. Because I'm telling you, my main message on this internet is always preaching to you to remain in reality. Fuck religion, fuck law. Only worry about laws, following the laws, and learning history. Laws and history. Because you need to know what's going on now. Your laws, what the rules of life, the rules of engagement. You need to know the rules of the game you're in, the place you're in. You need to know. If you move to Mozambique in Africa, you need to know how they live and how they conduct themselves in Mozambique. If you move to Washington, D.C., if you move to Philly, you need to know how they move in Philadelphia. Don't go to Kensington. Don't go here. Don't go there. Don't go to Newark, New Jersey. Don't go to this place. Don't go, you know what I'm saying? A lot of places, anywhere you go, you got to know how to move. When I moved where I'm at now, I had to study this place. I had to study the people. I studied them. I'm figuring it out. I'm learning them. You know why? So I can know how to move. The reason why a lot of people don't make it in this world is because they're not in reality about their situation. A lot of people are not in reality because they want the world to be what they want it to be. Instead of goddamn going around and adapting to how shit is. You know what I mean? Like, you could change a little here or there. You could alter some shit. You could make something better for you or yours. But in reality, shit is what it is. And you got to understand that even like me, there's a lot of things that I know that would save your life and save your soul if you understood it and practiced it. But I can't keep preaching it to you, and I can't keep only saying that, because a lot of the things that will save you, a lot of people have a lot of money invested in that shit. A lot of people have money and a lot of money invested in the interests of people failing. So if I'm gonna tell you don't eat this or don't drink this or don't do this or don't do that, it's no point in me even saying it, because I could lead you to that water. But put it like this. You could try to purify your soul, right? You could try to cleanse yourself, right? But if you've been sinning and eating a sinful diet for the last 25 years, it's almost no point of it's almost no point of trying to stop for like at this moment. Like I'm gonna be honest with some of y'all. Some of the sins that y'all have committed on a daily basis, you can't atone from these sins. You can't. You can't. Some of these sins that we're committing, some of y'all are committing on a daily, you can't atone from them. So there's lines that a lot of people have crossed that they can't come back from, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth. You know, a lot of people aren't can't be saved, man, and it's not. That's why this world for me, it's not about me trying to be better than nobody or stun on nobody. It's about me trying to help who needs to be helped and how I can help you, because I realize I can't save everybody. I can't save everybody, and I also realize everybody can't live and doesn't have the discipline nor the knowledge or the discipline to live as balanced as somebody like me does. A lot of people don't have the discipline nor the knowledge, so they wouldn't even be able to do it. They wouldn't even be able to live a balanced, healthy lifestyle. And people like me, I've been living this lifestyle my whole life. So for me now, it's nothing to float through this shit because most of the things that are affecting y'all, I don't do. I don't. I would never even do it. A lot of things that like the foods that eat that y'all tearing y'all up, I never eat them. I would never eat them. Like I would never even touch it. Like a lot of things that is tearing you up, I would never participate in. So like I said, a lot of these things, like the only reason I come on here is because I really care about this shit and I care about my planet and I care about y'all. But at the end of the day, I know I can't save all y'all. I know that. I know for a fact. I know that. And that hurts. That hurts me a lot. Cause like I know I got the secret, man. I'm not even lying to y'all. I got the cheat code to a long, good life. Now, anything can happen to any one of us any day, right? So that's not me being unrealistic. But as far as life goes, man, people like me, man, I got the cheat code, man. Even my children, we're all healthy. Like all of us are fucking healthy. Like it's crazy. And I'm not speaking no, God knows what I'm talking about. Like, bro, who drinks black cherry juice? Like, and bro, most grown men is drinking alcohol, bro. I don't give a. Most of these niggas out here drinking alcohol, and I don't. Boy, this is my alcohol, cherry juice. Mm, bro, man, that shit's so good, man. Man, that dark cherry juice so good, it's so sweet and delicious and strong and potent. And see, when you drink things, when you eat fruits and vegetables, right? Because I don't eat any meat. I'm a vegetarian, right? And I'm also 40 years old. Very healthy, 40-year-old vegetarian. Let me tell you something. When you eat vegetables and fruits, the color of the vegetable or fruit that you're eating affects that organ that's that color in your body. So when you eat stuff that's red, that's gonna be healthy for your blood. When you eat things that are green, that's gonna be healthy for your like your what's that? I forget which gland is green. I think it's not kidneys because kidneys are yellow. But yeah, each color that you eat will affect that organ in your body, the color of that specific organ, because all of our organs are colored. You know what I'm saying? So we have to you all have to learn to intake the plants because look, you're looking at a man who doesn't. I haven't eat the only flesh that I've eaten The only meat, the only meat that I've eaten in the last 30 some years is some salmon. Because every now and again, well, like when I cook salmon, I love the taste of salmon. Like, man, I love salmon. So like when I cook salmon for my kids, cause my kids eat meat, so when I'm cooking for them, I won't taste the food or anything. I just smell it, and I know it's good. But when it's like salmon, well, I'll take a little piece like this big every time. Like so, but other than that, I don't eat any meat, and I know exactly what plants and vegetables and fruits are good to keep you alive. You got to do a lot of vitamin C's, a lot of lemon, um, because if you know anything about a lemon, lemons have the preservative properties. You could spray lemon on you could spray lemon on the meat, it'll stay fresh. You could spray lemon on your fruits. What's up? But yeah, but it's plants and fruits and vegetables that, like, you just got to know which ones are good, man. You got to know which ones are good for your body, and you got to know when and where and how. And but yeah, lemons, man, I ain't even gonna pomegranates. I mean, see, the sad part about it is though, y'all, we're headed into a time to where if you don't know how to grow these things your own and stuff like that, or you don't know anybody who's growing them on their own, it's gonna be rough having the chance to get these type of things. I'm talking about in the future, man. I see stuff a lot of people don't see, and a lot of things are being done, like bees dying off, and a lot of things are being done, man. So, like I always tell y'all, the anaconda is getting tighter on us. It really is. The anaconda is just squeezing. Every time we take a breath out, it's squeezed a little bit tighter. Squeeze a little bit tighter. Squeeze a little bit tighter until you won't be able to inhale no more. You know what I'm saying? So please understand, man. This anaconda that's tight around us is not really a friendly thing, and it's waiting to gobble us up. But because as soon as you stop breathing and you let me shut up. Do y'all know they got technology now that can read your thoughts? Do y'all know they have technology AI now that can read your thoughts? Do y'all know that Google has the ability to read your thoughts? Do y'all know that they can read your thoughts based off you say a few words, they can say the next statement you'll say out your mouth? So, ooh, we looks like we're headed into some Minority Report, pre-crime type of times. Looks like we're headed to some Judge Dredd type of times. It looks like we're headed into some what's that shit with what's that movie with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone? Uh, what's that movie with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes? Uh, y'all know what I'm talking about. That movie. We're headed to some of that shit. Send a maniac to custody. What's that movie, man? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Beep. Demolition Man. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Demolition Man. Send a maniac to custody. That way. No, I'm not. I don't. They was like, shoot them. They was like, shoot the people down there. He's like, no, there are people. It was like, shoot them. He didn't want to shoot him, so guess what? They sent him to jail and said, yeah, he did it. And they did it. Boy. Oh. Look, we're already at Demolition Man. Y'all remember they said they got the, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. What's that shit called? The place where if you commit a crime, you can go to this place and it'll implant the memory of you being in jail into your brain. Hold on, they know I'm talking about. There we go. Cognify. Man, y'all ready for this, man? Are y'all ready? Welcome to Cognify. Man, get ready, man. I'm about to be, oh my God, man. Man, I better, man, hit the super chat, man.
Power off.
Hit the super chat, man. Y'all hit the super chat, man. Let's
The
go.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Hit the Cash App, $, Big Baby. Let me show y'all, man, what's going on.
Device is connected successfully.
We're already at Demolition Man.
Vivid and lifelike memories are created in real time using AI-generated content. Depending on the... Welcome to Cognify, a facility designed to treat criminals like patients. Instead of spending years in an actual prison cell, prisoners could finish their sentence here in just a few minutes. Cognify could someday create and implant artificial memories directly into the prisoner's brain. These complex, vivid, and lifelike memories are created in real time using AI-generated content. Depending on the seriousness of the subject's crime and their sentence, the memories could be tailored to the rehabilitation needs of each subject. The artificial memories implanted by Cognify would be seamlessly incorporated into the existing neural networks of the brain, preventing cognitive dissonance and ensuring the subject experiences the memories as if they were real. The Cognify concept offers a new approach to criminal rehabilitation, transforming how society deals with offenders by focusing on rehabilitation rather than punishment. First, the prisoner is given a choice, either spending tens of years in a prison cell or seeking fast-track rehabilitation through artificial memory implantation. If the prisoner chooses to undergo fast-track rehabilitation, the Cognify device is used. Next, the prisoner undergoes high-resolution brain scanning to create a detailed map of their neural pathways. This brain map helps guide the Cognify device to target specific brain regions responsible for memory, reasoning, and logical thinking, such as the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, parietal lobe, and anterior cingulate cortex. Once the target brain regions are identified, Cognify is then placed around the head of the prisoner. The intensity and the type of artificial memories is then adjusted depending on the crime. Inside the criminal's mind.
So they could be like, oh, this motherfucker's in here for murder. He did it to a little kid. Turn that shit up full blast. That nigga that nigga would be getting bubbled. Bubba would be goddamn. That nigga would be getting super bubbled on full blast. They would turn his bubba on full blast. Goddamn, over and over for Cognify. Man, you'll lose your mind. That nigga will be cognified. What happened? Bubba. That nigga will be cognified out. He'll never look at a little kid again. That nigga be scared to look at a kid, whatever his crime is. You feel me? Say if he robbed something, they'll goddamn cut your hand off and Cognify. Over and up. Boy, ain't no telling. Bruh. Tailor the punishment to the crime. Intensify the volume of the punishment. Oh my God. He's getting super Bubba. Nigga, don't violate the code. They gonna turn that shit up on 20 for your ass. They gonna be in there. Hey, this shit crazy, man. Let's go.
Time would pass differently, slower than in real life, making them experience years' worth of artificial memories in just a few minutes. Synthetic memories are customized depending on the crime committed and the unique brain structure and psychological profile of the individual. Violent offenders could experience memories that are designed to trigger empathy and remorse, seeing their crime from the perspective of their victim, feeling their pain and suffering firsthand. Some memories are designed to trigger consequences and trauma. Such memories could simulate the long-term consequences of violent actions, such as the grief of the victim's family or the physical and emotional trauma endured by the victim.
So if you got them beat somebody, they gonna cognify, you're gonna get beat. You're gonna feel, they're gonna put you in the fucking body of your victim. Oh my God. They're gonna cognifuck you. You're gonna be cognifucked. Did y'all hear when that man said minutes in there is like years out here? Minutes in there is like years out here. So they're gonna cognifuck you for 3 days. You're gonna be in that bitch for 20 years. You're gonna get out that bitch like an old man. You're gonna think you did 15 years, man. They're gonna cognifuck you for yo, man, you can't make this shit up. Y'all never seen Cognify? This shit real, man. Let's go.
Official memories could cover a wide range of crimes.
This not fake, bro. This is real.
Crimes and discrimination, embezzlement, insider trading, theft, and fraud. Cognify emotion regulation system could modulate neurotransmitters and hormones to induce specific emotional states, such as remorse or regret, which is crucial for rehabilitation. Real-time monitoring and feedback mechanisms could track the prisoner's neural responses throughout the process, allowing the system to adapt and optimize the rehabilitation in real time with new visuals, sensation, and realistic AI-generated content. To ensure the long-term effect of the therapy session, the memories could become permanent, fully integrated into the subject's mind, as if...
Hey, look. A way to keep them working and a way to brain fuck you, cognify you. Because I'm going to tell you something. The way that they did slaves was erased them from their history. They made them to where they could not speak their language anymore. They made it to where slaves couldn't speak their own language anymore. You get out of here. Moly, moly, mo. Nigga, get out of here, bro. Hold on, let me get him out of here. Bap, get off my channel. Get out of here. I don't care about any. Oh, he has a mole, nigga. This is, y'all don't understand what's going on. So just shut up. Niggas don't understand who I am, but it's okay. Now look, this shit. Now look, everybody knows they want you to go to their doctors and their psych wards and go here and go there. Everybody knows this shit. They want you to pull up, go to the psych ward, go this and go that, so they can pick your brain. Your brain, your blood and your brain is what it's all about. That's why when you go to the what's the name, they say, hey, let me get 3 vials of your blood real quick to run a little. Oh, we just want to run some. Let's get 3 more while we got it pumping. It's no problem, right? You're cool with that? It's 3 more vials. Don't worry about that. Yeah. You think you're joking? You think I'm joking? Can I get another one from my own collection? Oh God. Personal stash. Oh, I can't wait. Woo. yes, sir. Yes, sir. Personal stash. Can't wait. I'm out of here, man. I love y'all. I'm out of here, man. It's your big homie, man. Y'all better understand where you at. People don't understand where they at, but it don't matter, man. It don't matter if you don't know where you at. I know where you at. One day you'll wake up and understand where you at. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. The boys coming, the military coming. Who's to tell? Who's to say they won't say you're not a thug? What is a criminal? Does a criminal have a look on it? Does a criminal have a face to it? Does a criminal have a race to it? I'm trying to make y'all think and understand what's going on. Do criminals have faces to them? Nah. There's white collar crimes. There's blue collar crimes. There's low level crimes. Is high level crimes. It's so many crimes. There's no face. there's no face. So when they're now saying that they're coming to take criminals out of the states, who's to say who's the criminal? What does a criminal look like? I just want y'all to think about these things, man. I want y'all to stay out the way. Stay out the streets. Don't be hanging around. There's nothing out there. Stay out the way. And some of you criminals, I hope y'all hang out there and get wiped out the streets, man, because some of you criminals need to go to make it better for the kids, man. So a lot of kids and people who just want to live out here, you know, they don't want to suffer, and nobody wants to hear gunshots and see dead bodies and all that shit. Nobody, that ain't cool to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So all you street people, they gonna have your ass in Nicaragua somewhere or Alligator Alcatraz. And you could do the math all you want to, and I've done the math a million times. But if they're building prisons and buying 13-foot alligators, these niggas was buying 13-foot alligators. And they were being placed strategically somewhere. Don't end up in Alligator Alcatraz trying to be a fucking criminal. You know, I still thank God we're able to talk, and it's still legal to talk. I thank God it's still legal to talk, man. Thank God it's still legal to talk, man. I hope y'all understand the severity of this shit. Nobody's a criminal until you commit a crime. Just know that. I said nobody's a criminal until they commit a crime. Nobody's a criminal until they commit a crime. So I don't know who these criminals they're looking for. Maybe they already know about them. And I know they know about a lot of them. I know they know about a lot of them. I know they know. But for the ones like us who are out here struggling, trying to pay bills, trying to not go to jail, trying to keep jobs, and trying to provide and take care of children and teach and learn and preach and all the shit that I'm out here trying to do, the crime is the last thing on my mind. I'm worried about cooking dinner. I'm worried about what's for breakfast for the kids. I'm worried about what's for lunch. What's what we gonna learn, what we teaching. I'm thinking about shit like that. I'm not thinking about robbing nobody or what's my next lick or even here on my YouTube channel. I don't ever expect no money or it is what it is with this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, I'm not a criminal. And that's how we rock it, man. We not criminals over here. We don't do anything that pertains to crime. I want everybody to be better, man. I want everybody to be healthy. I want everybody to be strong. I want everybody to be ready for the future because the future's changing, man. And that's all I'm going to say. The future's changing, so y'all better get ready for it. It's not going to be what you think it is. It's going to be what it is. So learn the what is and start thinking about your feelings and what you think. Because what you think it don't matter no more. It's your big homie, Big Bad A. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's go.